Assalamu alaikum. Hello, my dear student of class 9 and 10. My dear lovely boys of class 9 and 10, welcome back to my English class. Hope you are hale and hearty, safe and sound, keeping yourself in your home, isn't it? But as a teacher, we all missing you, your hue and cry, your every footstep around the school campus. We miss it. Okay. But we have to cope up the new situation. So we have to remain in our home and continue our classes virtually. Okay, fine. And the government also declared that some assignments are going to be taken from November. So you have to prepare for the assignment mentally. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about a class. I'm going to share my idea with English first paper. So everybody, I'm going to request you to collect your pen and kata, please. Okay, fine. As usual, I'm going to welcome you all in our school page, that is Dr. Ram Government High School online class. Okay, as usual, I'm going to introduce myself to you. As you know that I'm Muhammad Abu Tahir, assistant teacher, Chattogram Government High School, Chattogram. Okay, then what will be our topics today? We know, we know that? No, we don't know that. So at first, I'm going to request you to look at the pictures and I'm going to ask some questions and you have to answer all the questions. Okay. Look at the first picture carefully. This is what is it? I think all of you know that it is a hurricane lamp. Okay. But my question is, when does a hurricane lamp need? Okay, fine. When there is no electricity, that means absence of electricity in the rural area, we all use a hurricane lamp. But in the city area, we don't use hurricane lamp. What do we use that? We use a candle when there is no electricity. Okay. So this is a candle and a hurricane lamp. In the total pictures, I'm going to show the scenario of rural area and the city area also. But the main thing is, when do people use this type of instruments? Okay, fine. At the time of load shedding, that means when there is no electricity, the absence of electricity, we usually use hurricane lamp or candle, isn't it? So that means we are going to talk about uh, load shedding. But the title of the topics is not load shedding. What will be our topics? So go to next and try to find out the topics. Okay, your book of class 9 and 10 English for today is displayed on the screen. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm going to share my idea, share my views about Unit 11, Lesson 1, that is Renewable Energy Sources 1. Okay, that is a very important unit for you. So please open your book and find out Unit 11, Lesson 1 for Renewable Energy Sources 1. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next page. Next slide. Learning outcomes. What are you going to learn? At first, after completing the lesson, you will be understood about load shedding. What is load shedding? You know that. Then informed about the reason, cause of load shedding. Okay. Then you can realize the sufferings of people at the time of load shedding. You know that very well. What type of sufferings uh, do the people uh, have at the time of load shedding? isn't it? But we are discussing in the unit, in the lesson. Okay. The next outcome is you will be proficient in transforming information. Okay, you'll be proficient, good at in transforming information. Then you can answer the questions very well. At last, you can be able to write official letters. That is very important outcome of this lesson. Okay, so uh, very carefully watch my video, enjoy my class. Okay, fine. Then we are going to next page. I'm at first, at the very beginning of my lesson, I'm going to show some new words. That is the word one. The word is sticky. You can find out on the lesson. Sticky. What type of participle speech the sticky is? It is adjective. Okay. The participle speech of this word is adjective, and the meaning damp with sweat. Okay. Then synonym is humid, soggy, etc. Okay, please write down in your kata. The word is sticky, it is an adjective, and the meaning is damp with sweat, and synonym is humid and soggy. Okay, have you finished? Okay, go to the next word. New word two. What is the new word two? Temperature. Temperature is a noun. It's a noun word. So the meaning of the word is the degree or intensity of heat. Of heat. Okay. Then synonym is warmth, heat, etc. So you should write the new words, the meaning, the synonyms, then you can learn better. Okay, now go to the next word, new word number what? Three. Okay, fine. The word is humidity, humidity, humidity. Okay, then it is a noun also, and the meaning is moisture in the air, moisture in the air. Then synonyms are deep dampness and fogginess. Dampness and fogginess. So our new word three is humidity, noun, and the meaning is moisture in the air, and the synonyms are dampness and fogginess. Okay, very good. Now come to the next new word number four, and this word is atmosphere. Atmosphere. Okay, it is a noun also. Then the meaning is the envelope of gases, the envelope cover of gases surrounding the earth. Okay, can you understand? Then the synonyms are air and aerosphere. Air and aerosphere. This is the new word number four. Okay, have you written down? Okay, fine. Now come to the next word. Word number five, new word number five. Okay, the concentrate. What type of word it is? It is a verb. It is a verb. So the meaning of the word is focus. All attention on a particular object or activity. Focus, focus, all attention on a particular object or activity. Okay, then synonyms are focus, mediate, focus and mediate. Okay, now I think you all have written down new words one, two, three, four, five. Okay, very good. Now let's go to the next page. Okay, what is waiting for us? Oh, the page of this book. The passage of the book is also displayed on the screen. Please, I'm going to request again you to listen very carefully to the passage. Okay, I'm going to read it. You should listen very carefully. That means with full attention. Okay, read the text and answer the following questions. Sohan lives in a village in the southern west part of Bangladesh. Where? Southern, southwest part, southwest part of Bangladesh. Last night he couldn't sleep, but why? Uh, Answer is going to be here. His sister had her SSC exam next morning. Had her SSC exam. That means his sister is an SSC examinee. She couldn't read either. Either. Okay. She couldn't read either. There was load shedding. There was load shedding. The summer night being muggy and hot. Life became hell without electricity. The hell. What is the hell? I the opposite word of hell is heaven, paradise. Okay. Most of their area remained dark for hours due to power shortage. Okay, this is the first para. Okay, come to the next para. In May, June, temperature shoots up to 40 degrees Celsius. The unit of measuring temperature is Celsius. With almost 90% of humidity in the atmosphere, it becomes all wet, damp, and sticky. When you are busy farming yourself all the time, fanning all the time, sorry, when you are busy fanning yourself all the time, how can you concentrate on studies? That is a very good question. When you are busy fanning yourself all the time, how can you concentrate on studies? In the night, it is impossible to sit down to study with a candlelight or table lamp or hurricane lamp or a rural kerosene lamp. Can you understand? People simply come out of houses almost bare bodied. That means there is no clothes, a few clothes, a few clothes in his body, and sit in the open places. Some splash cold water on their faces, splash cold water on their faces. Fans remain unmoving, electric bulbs are off, and it is dark everywhere. It is simply unbearable. Okay? It is simply unbearable. It is not bearable. What is the reason of frequent load shedding? Press reports say there is a shortage in electricity production. According to the power development authorities, the demand for electricity a few years ago was more than 6,000 megawatt. What is megawatt? It is displayed on the in the next in the lower part of my passage. Okay, megawatt a day, while the supply remained around 4,200 megawatt. Very carefully listen the line. According to the power development authorities, the demand for electricity a few years ago was more than 6,000 megawatt a day, while the supply remained around 4,200. The supply of electricity and the demand of electricity are very important because in the next exercise, I'm going to give some information transfer with it. Okay. In the rural areas, the Rural Electrification Board, REB, could supply barely half of the total demand, which was around 2,400 megawatt per day. In the capital city, the demand stood at around 1,400 megawatt, while the supply around to 650 megawatt. As a result, load shedding is unavoidable for the time being. But the situation is improving very fast. Our present government all is already taken a lot of steps to reduce load shedding. So we can easily say that we are going to overcome this problem. What is megawatt? Megawatt is which is a unit of power used to measure the output of a power station, that is megawatt. Okay, have you listened? Very good. Now go to the next page. That is exercise, and exercise number one. What will be the exercise number one? Okay, complete columns B and C in the following table with the information from the previous text, then calculate the shortage of electricity supply and write the result in column D. I'm going to show a table and it has four columns, column A, column B, column C, column D. In column B and C, you have to fill up the information and then you have to fill up the column D. Okay? Now, look at the uh, table. In column A, there is electricity through nationwide, rural area, capital city are displayed here, are also written here. And the demand, you have to write the demand. Then you have to write in this column supply. And after writing demand and supply, you have to uh, find out what deficit should be. And you have to write down on column D the deficit. Okay, have you started? Okay, please try to fill up the table and when I show you the answer, you have to check your answer with me. Okay, are you finished? Fine. Now look at my answers and please check your answer. Oh, fine. Electricity nationwide demand is more than 6,000 megawatt and supplies around 4,200 megawatt and deficit 1,800. That means 1,800 megawatt. Okay. Uh, have you written? Fine. Rural area, the demand is 2,400 megawatt and the supply is 1,200, that means 1,200 megawatt. And already deficit is shown 1,200, that means 1,200 megawatt. Capital city, 1,400, 1,400 megawatt, 650 megawatt is the supply, and the deficit is 750 megawatt. Okay, have you checked your answer with me? Fine. Now go to next. Exercise number two. What is exercise? Answer the following questions. I'm going to give 5 questions for you. That questions are very easy, I think. What happened to Sohan last night? Please write down. What happened to Sohan last night? In the passage, uh, it is also given. How was the summer night? How is the summer day? What happens during load shedding in Sohan's area? What do people use at night during load shedding? Okay, uh, please, I'm going to count down and you can finish it at that time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you cannot make the answer, you can stop the video and then make the answer and check with me. Okay? Now, check your answer with me. Check your answers with me. Number 1, Sohan couldn't sleep last night because there was load shedding in his area. Okay? Your answer is correct? I think uh, it is correct. Number 2, the summer night was sticky hot. Due to extreme hot, people came out of their houses and sat in the open places and splashed cold water in the face. And everything got dark as there was no electricity. Answer number 3. In a summer day, temperature shoots up to 40 degrees Celsius with almost 90% of humidity in the atmosphere. It becomes all set, wet, damp, and sticky. Most of Suhan's area, number four, answer number four. Most of Suhan's area remains in the dark for hours during load shedding. Life becomes unbearable, isn't it? Okay, number five. During load shedding at night, people use a candlelight, table lamp, hurricane lamp, a rural kerosene lamp, etc. Okay, have you checked your answer with me? Fine. Okay, come to next. Then, oh, homework. That means my discussion is also finished. So now uh, you should take a homework. This is homework when your school will open. You have to show your homework to your class teacher. Okay. What is the homework? Fine. Write a letter to an editor of a national daily about the sufferings of the people caused by load shedding in your locality. It is a very important uh, letter, that is official letter for you, and not only for the schoolwork. It is also needed for your next life. That means in the real life you have to sometimes you have to write a letter to an editor of a daily, national daily or any other kinds of daily. Then you have to know that how to write an official letter. Okay. Okay, that was the homework. So it is time to say goodbye. Okay, fine. Thanks all for watching me. Thanks all for listening my words. Thank you all being with me, and it is time to say goodbye. So I have to say Allah Hafiz, everybody, and say goodbye. Before leaving, I want to remember you, all of you, that whenever you come out of your home, never forget to wear mask. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.